Hello everyone, myself Mrs. Suchita Pradeep Kot, lecturer from Sri Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandals, Rasikla M. Nariwal College of Pharmacy. Today in this video we are going to study about amino acids. This is the second part of proteins and amino acids video. We have seen in the first part about the proteins and its chemical and physical properties. Now in this particular video we are going to study in detail about amino acids. Learning objective. After watching this video, students will able to define essential and non-essential amino acids. They will be able to explain classification of amino acids and can identify amino acids by its physical and chemical properties. Basically, what is amino acids? Amino acids are the compound containing one or more amino groups and one or more carboxylic group in the same molecule. They are usually classified into alpha, beta, gamma, etc. according to its relative position of the two functional group. This is the general structure of amino acid, where R represents a side chain specific to each amino acids. Amino acids are usually classified by properties of the side chain into four main groups: acidic, basic, polar and non-polar. Where R is not hydrogen, the alpha carbon is asymmetric, giving rise to isomers. Isomers like L isomer and D isomer. This L and D isomeric nomenclature is similar to R and S utilized in modern organic chemistry. Let's study about essential and non-essential amino acids. These are nutritional point of view amino acids. Essential amino acids are those which cannot be synthesized by animal organism from substances ordinarily present in the diet at a speed commensurate with normal growth and hence are always supplied to organism in the form of dietary protein. There are 8 essential amino acids which have special importance to human beings. These are valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, threonine, methionine, tryptophan and lysine. There are two main essential amino acids which are used for the children specifically. Adequate amount of essential amino acids are required to maintain the proper nitrogen balance. Otherwise, the deficiency of which may cause nervous breakdown, inhibition of full mental growth, and even may cause death in young ones with complete deficiency. Non-essential amino acids are those which can be synthesized by the body and hence are not requisite components of the diet. These amino acids are derived from the carbon skeletons of lipids and carbohydrate metabolism or from the transformation of the essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids may be synthesized in individuals' cells from simple starting material containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur and nitrogen. In human being, there are 12 non-essential amino acids which have special significance for the human beings. These are alanine, arginine, aspartic acid, asparagine, tyrosine, cysteine, glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, histidine, proline and serine. Let's study about the classification of amino acids. Depending on their reaction in solution, amino acids can be classified into three groups. These are neutral, acidic and basic. Neutral amino acids, all of these have one amino and one carboxylic group and can be further subdivided in aliphatic amino acid, aromatic amino acid, heterocyclic amino acid and sulfur containing amino acid. See in this particular slide, there is aliphatic amino acid. Example are glycine containing R group as a hydrogen, alanine, serine, threonine, valine, leucine and isoleucine. These are the example of aliphatic amino acid and are particular the R group present in the structure. Next, aromatic amino acids. Examples are phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. These are the R group present on structure. Sulfur containing are cysteine and methionine, and heterocyclic amino acids are proline. Next are acidic and basic amino acid. Acidic amino acids are example are aspartic acid, aspargine, glutamic acid and glutamine. Basic amino acids are arginine, lysine and histidine. These are the R group present on the structure. Depending on the which R group is present on the normal or a general structure of amino acid, these amino acids are classified. Next we will study about the physical properties of the amino acids. In that, first one is the solubility. All amino acids are soluble in water. Second one is optical activity. All standard amino acids except glycine have an asymmetric carbon atom. Due to this, amino acids are optically active in nature. Only glycine contains no any asymmetric carbon atom, hence it is not optically active. Third one is the acid-base behavior. Amino acids contain both the acidic and basic group, which are ionizable. The amino acid behave as an amphoteric electrolyte and give both anion and cation in solution, that is bitter ion, in which proton from the carboxylic group has been transferred to the amino group, and thus a dipolar ion contain both a positive and a negative charge is formed. Now let's study an electrolyte behavior of the amino acid in different media. In an acidic solution, an amino acid behave as a protonated derivative and hence migrate to the cathode, while in alkaline solution, the same amino acid behave as an anion derivative and hence migrate to the anode. With the addition of proton to an amino acid, it converts into cation, while the addition of base converts into anion. Hence, it is expected that at the defined pH value, the acidic and basic properties of the amino acid must be balanced and hence electrically neutral. This pH at which it gives off equal number of anions and cations and does not migrate when subjected to electric field is referred as the isoelectric pH of that amino acid, and the point of the pH at which there is no net charge on the amino acid molecule and which does not migrate to any electrode under the influence of electric current is known as an isoelectric point. The amino acid with pH values lower than the isoelectric point exists as anion, while pH values higher than that of its isoelectric point exist as a cation. These are some isoelectric point mentioned in this slide of particular amino acid, and each amino acid has a fixed and constant isoelectric point. Now let's study about the chemical properties of amino acid. Again, these are divided as per the group or on which group or atom the reaction is occur. These are reaction due to amino group, second one reaction due to carboxylic group, and third one is the reaction due to particular R group present on the amino acid. Let's study about the reaction due to amino group. In that, first one is a ninhydrin reaction. Ninhydrin is a powerful oxidizing agent and causes oxidative decarboxylation of alpha amino acids, producing carbon dioxide, ammonia and an aldehyde with one less carbon atom than the parent amino acid. In step 2, the reduced ninhydrin then react with the liberated ammonia and a mole of ninhydrin forming blue colored Rumans complex. This is also known as the identification test for the amino acid. Second reaction is reaction with Sanger's reagent. In this, 1-fluoro-2,4-dinitrobenzene is called Sanger's reagent, FDNB. In mildly alkaline solution, this Sanger's reagent reacts with alpha amino acid to produce yellow colored derivative, that is DNB amino acid, that is dinitrobenzene amino acid. Second reaction is Edmonds degradation. Edmonds reagent is phenyl isothiocyanate. When amino acids react with Edmonds reagent, it gives phenyl thiohydantoin acid. Finally, it turns into cyclized form phenyl thiohydantoin, that is Edmonds derivative. See the reaction. Next reaction of amino group is reaction with dancyl chloride. This dancyl chloride means dimethyl amino naphtha sulfonyl chloride. When the amino acid react with this dancyl chloride reagent, it gives a fluorescent dancyl derivative. Next reaction is reaction with formaldehyde. When the amino acid reacts with two molecular formaldehyde, it forms N-dimethylol derivative, that is hydroxymethyl derivative. This reaction is done in two steps. These derivatives are insoluble in water and resistant to attack by microorganisms. See particular reactions. Next type of reaction is reaction due to carboxylic group. In that, first one is a decarboxylation. The amino acid will undergo alpha decarboxylation to form the corresponding amines. Thus, important amines are produced from amino acids. For example, histidine will give histamine, tyrosine will give tyramine, tryptophan will give tryptamine, lysine will give cadaverine, glutamic acid will give gamma aminobutyric acid, that is GABA, and carbon dioxide will be liberated in each reaction. Next reaction is reaction with amines. That means amino acids react with the amines to form amide. See the respective reaction. Next reaction is reaction with alcohol, that is esterification. When the amino acid is reacted with alcohol to form ester, the esters are volatile in contrast to the form amino acids. See the respective reaction. The third part of the reaction, that is reaction due to R group, we have seen that in particular first part of this proteins and amino acids reactions. Thank you guys for listening this video. We will be soon meet for the next chapter of the biochemistry and clinical pathology subject. Thank you.